After much anticipation, Greta Gerwig's Barbie has finally arrived, and it may just be one of the most joyously empowering pieces of cinema that I have ever seen. The movie follows Barbie, who suffers an existential crisis that leads her on a journey and has her question the world and her existence. To kick off the overwhelming set of positives that this movie serves to us, we have its incredible casting. Margot Robbie is truly a sensation here as Barbie, and how she once took the world by storm with her interpretation of Harley Quinn in the DCEU, she's about to do that again with Barbie, but on a level we can't even fathom. Margot was fantastic from start to finish of this film and delivered every line and mannerism to utter perfection. Equally as amazing as her is Ryan Gosling as Ken. Anyone thinking he was miscast, stop talking, stop typing, and stop thinking, because you are so very wrong. He was fabulous and has one of the greatest scenes in this whole film for me with I'm Just Ken. I'm just Ken, where I see love, she sees a friend. Seriously, that's going to be replayed by me a lot because it's genuinely just that good. He gives one of the greatest comedic performances we've seen in a film over the past couple years. There are a lot of Barbie and Kens played by a plethora of very recognizable and talented people, such as Emma Mackey, Nicola Coughlan, Kate McKinnon, Issa Rae, Dua Lipa, Emerald Fennell, Sharon Rooney, Nikuti Gatwa, Simu Liu, Kingsley Ben-Adir, Scott Evans, John Cena, on and on and on. It is a stacked cast, and while you don't get to see all of them or even hear from all of them as much as you might like, they all have a presence in the film and they all help and aid to flesh out the world building, which is already really good in this movie, by the way, and truly bring Barbie Land to life. It was great to see them, no matter how big or small their role was, in their wild and wacky costumes, hair, and makeup. And genuinely, I do mean it when I say they all did a really nice job, no matter how long they were there or not there for. The cast and directors seriously nailed it with these decisions. Now, additionally, in the film, we have our human leads. And they come to us in the form of Sasha, played wonderfully by Ariana Greenblatt, Gloria, played by America Ferrera, and the amazing and insanely talented man who I just love in everything more or less, Will Ferrell, portraying the CEO of Mattel. All three are bloody fantastic in this film, and I feel like I'm going to be using that word quite a lot in this review, so strap in and be prepared, and have a larger and more meaningful presence in it and to the story than I at first originally was expecting. Ferrera specifically was endearing and show-stopping on more than one occasion throughout the film, especially during a key and pivotal moment where emotions are running high and she absolutely crushes and performs a beautifully written and moving monologue. And once this film is out and everyone has gotten the chance to see it, I think it's going to be talked about so much, and it is more than deserved because she truly stole the spotlight in absolute fashion. Now, at the heart of Barbie is its core and these underlying themes that it attempts to tackle and successfully does so. This movie's an evaluation of life, death, and humanity, and what it means to be who we are as individuals, or maybe who we aren't just yet. It's about fate, love, destiny, and self-discovery. All of this is done one way or another throughout the journey that these characters and their moments in the film go on, and it's all done to such a high regard and level. So while the commentary at times may seem quite punchy or whimsical or even cartoonish, it's very clever actually, and moving only in a way that a director like Greta Gerwig could really pull off. Underneath and even directly atop this movie's extremely self-aware and cartoonishly silly humour and world, it does what few movies find themselves successfully able to do nowadays, which is that it actually has something to say, and something it wants you to listen to and take away with you. That is something I heavily respected this film for approaching, and something I massively appreciated and took from this experience. As for the technical aspects of Barbie, this movie is astonishing from top to bottom. I've said that again, but that's okay. The costuming and makeup is perfect. The set design, production and pieces are astonishing, and truly, along with the characters and visual imagery, as I mentioned before, really do help bring Barbie Land and even this movie's so-called real world to life. The world building was so good and everything was so vibrant and established that Barbie Land would be a place that I would happily go and live in at any opportunity I could take. The writing of the script, as I've mentioned, is fantastic, and again, Greta Gerwig has directed this movie like only Greta Gerwig could, to an absolute high standard. This movie is going to sweep so many awards, and at the very least, nominations. So let's talk about what ones I think it has a huge chance at bagging at least a nomination for, if not the full win. And I'm going to be doing this talking specifically about and around the 2024 Academy Awards, so let's jump into it. Starting off, I think a Best Picture nomination, without a doubt in my mind, because this movie, as wildly entertaining, large as it is, it's informative and powerful, and again, actually has something relevant to add to a conversation. Next up would be Best Director for Greta Gerwig, which should come as no surprise given about what I've said about her execution of this movie in this review. Again, this is a movie very few could pull off, but she did it in style and fashion, and the final piece is a delightful work of art. Additionally, both a Best Leading Actress and Best Supporting Actor for Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling would go a long way in making me very happy. They are seriously just that good. And if the time comes and one, or even better, both won an Academy Award for this role, I will be there to cheer that on. I think next up as an easy bag for a nomination is all of the following: Best Costume and Best Costume Design, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Production Design, and hopefully last, but if so certainly, and hopefully not last, but if so certainly not least, Best Original Song. Because I Am Ken, once again, is just too iconic to not add into this conversation, and it deserves to be heard by everyone, and everyone's going to be talking about it, and everyone's going to be singing it. It's the song of 2023, unless another song even better than it comes out later on in the year, which I just don't see it right now. Overall, though, honestly, there is so much to say and enjoy about this movie, and so much that I would love to talk about openly and in a spoiler sort of context, but I just can't right now. Barbie is fantastic. It's a vibrant delight with incredible casting and performances that manages to go above and beyond to tap on all of the bases. It's funny, heartfelt, vibrant, comforting and wonderful, yet awe-inspiring and powerful. And as a whole, it's so very greatly crafted into this one delicious serving of cinema that I think we could all do with and appreciate right now. So if you've seen Barbie, be sure to drop your thoughts down below, and to add a bit to the Barbenheimer conversation, what one have you or are you planning on seeing first? Is it Greta Gerwig's Barbie, or is it Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer? Of course, that'll be very fun and interesting to read what you guys are doing for that. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to stay tuned for many more in the upcoming months. And as always, I've been Tom, you are amazing, and I'll hopefully get to catch you again in my next video. Take it easy, guys. Bye. I'm just kidding, and I'm enough.